Okay, this will be an interesting one. Very unusual. I don't do many of these, but I do them every now and then. Thinking we're going to leave it on that. It'll probably look wishy-washy. So let's see if we can make this look good. Come on. I don't know how big we're going to make it, or small rather. This will be a little bit challenging. Just going to take our contrast down for this. Just lighten it up. Oh, what? Just a little bit lighter. Try and make this look good. All right, what have we got? This unusual thing we have here. It's a leaf. This is the back of it, and this is the front. We're going to photocopy the front of it. So we're just going to show you the front of it, and we're going to put it on the glass. It actually would look good face with the bottom face up, actually. But I'm going to put it the normal way. I like it that way. I think we're going to definitely need the A3 area to fit this on. And we're just going to drop our dock feeder. I don't know if that's going to really work. But anyway, we're going to reduce it. Come on. To 70.7. So let's see how this interesting piece of foliage comes out. Stabilizing image, please wait. Typical Konica Minolta functionality. I don't know if it's really necessary, but that's the way it is with Konica Minolta. It's just taking a bit of time. Let's see how that looks as a leaf. Whoa, it's dark. I do like it in some ways, the iridescent effect, but it's too dark, you can't see much of it. So I'm going to have to crank up the density. So it's a little bit challenging, but I like the iridescence of it currently, so we're just going to go all the way. I don't want to make it too light that the iridescence disappears. It's sort of going to be tough to sort of hit a good note with that. So we're just going to try and see if we can give it some definition. So this is our first one out, and our second one out is coming up. And let's see how we've improved it. Yes, we've improved it. It still looks very dark, but it still looks a bit iridescent. Doesn't look quite as nice and green as what it is. I'm just trying to think what we can do with this. I see there's a nice shadow effect, so I'm thinking this looks like we're going to just change it a bit. We're just going to do a quick gear change and see what we can do with this. We might have to change things around a bit. I was thinking of adding some blue to make it a little bit nicer, but I'm going to have to use this instead of copy density. So I'm going to put it light on there and see if that works. See if adding the blue has actually made it a little bit less of a yellow green to make it more, to balance it up a bit. It's not easy trying to work this out. So I'm hoping that it's not going to be too dark or too light, or especially too dark. Yeah, that looks better now, folks. It looks more contrasty, however. It doesn't look like we can see much of it. That's the trade-off. There might be another tack we can try. And it probably won't work, but we're going to go photo, text, photo paper. This will hopefully lighten things up. We'll just check our settings to see if there's any clashes, because there might be a feature clash here. There doesn't seem to be any. This is a bit challenging. I don't normally photocopy stuff like this very often. You think I would, but I don't. I just found this out on the driveway and I just thought that would make a good demo piece. So it's going to look quite different in this setting. It still looks much the same, but it looks a bit brighter. I'm still disappointed that we don't have much going on there. So I'm wondering if we can try another tack. And we're just going to go and go here to photo paper. That should be even lighter, hopefully. A much lighter setting. We're just going to go here and check to see if any features are missing. Another option could be to maybe play with the colour balance, just to take out some of that black, but not too much. We don't want to take too much out and ruin the effect. So we're just going to take out some of that black. So we're doing two things at once, which probably isn't often a good idea, but we'll see if the combined effect has improved the definition of the image. It has improved it. In fact, you can see more of it. In fact, I really like this effect. I love the colour of the leaves and that there. So this is a really good image we have now. We're just going to now get ready to make our mirror images. Well, we've got to print the second piece first. So here's a second piece being scanned. So I'm really happy with that overall result, that we've done a couple of things at the same time and it's actually paid off. So let's see how that goes. But I really love that green, that real rich emerald green. That's the way of describing it, as an emerald green. I love emerald green. And emerald green goes well with yellow. So like an emerald gemstone mounted in a nice gold piece of jewellery. I really like that. Now we're just going to go here. We're just going to make sure we don't get a funny outcome. This demo's been going long enough as it is. Actually, no, we don't want A4. We're using the A3. We want A3 original size because we're reducing from A3. We're scanning A3. So we need to, because we're scanning A3, or copying rather, but scanning is this part of the job. Basically, we have to use A3. It's always best to choose an original size bigger than the area that you're using on the glass, rather than the other way round. So now we got our mirror. I don't know why we didn't put in two copies, but we're just going to do that now. We're just going to put one. So I was meant to put two copies, but I forgot. Absent-minded biz hub professor. Okay, let's see if this has come up a treat. It should have. So these are our mirrored versions, and we're just going to line these up. But I'm really happy with the overall result. Oh, dripping down my arm. It's getting hot in this place. It's a bloody hot day. Not as hot as some of the days we've had this summer. Climate change is indeed getting worse every year from what I feel, and yet people don't believe in it. I'm sure Konica Minolta, I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't know. But if Konica Minolta believe in climate change, but anyway, enough about that. That is really stunning. I think now we can call this demo quits.